Attention passionate Philadelphia, EAGLES. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC East and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Philadelphia Eagles' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Philadelphia Eagles fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with YOUR, FRINDS and Philadelphia, EAGLESFANS. Let's get to the news now, folks. If there's one thing that the Philadelphia Eagles have been doing consistently over the past few years, it's building that quarterback room with a keen eye for talent, versatility, and potential. Since Jalen Hurts took over as the franchise quarterback, the Eagles have been strategic in their roster moves, ensuring they have capable backups and developmental prospects to keep the team competitive and ready for any scenario. Since Hurts' emergence as the unquestioned QB1, Philadelphia's roster has featured quarterbacks like Gardner Minshew and Marcus Mariota, both of whom brought different qualities to the table. Minshew, with his quirky confidence and ability to command the offense in limited snaps, has been a fan favorite, while Mariota, with his mobility and experience, provided a veteran presence that could step in if needed. But let's be honest, this offseason, the Eagles are looking beyond just having a reliable backup behind Jalen Hurts. They're always searching for that hidden gem, that player who can push the starter and create some healthy competition, which we all know is crucial in a championship-caliber team. And this year, the roster is shaping up to be quite interesting. The team has announced that they will roster Dorian Thompson-Robinson, Tanner McKee, and a 2025 NFL draft pick, Kyle McCord. DTR, as he's affectionately called, brings a decent amount of experience, especially considering his 1.10 touchdown-to-interception ratio, which isn't eye-popping but shows he's capable of managing the game when called upon. Tanner McKee, who spent 2023 as the Eagles' QB3, impressed in his limited opportunities, showing flashes of promise in his 89 snaps of play. And of course, Kyle McCord, the young quarterback out of Ohio State, is a player many analysts believe has a lot of potential to develop into a future starting quarterback. Now, while this core of young quarterbacks might seem sufficient for the moment, the Eagles' coaching staff and front office are always thinking ahead. They know that injuries happen, and the NFL is a league where depth at every position can make or break a season. So naturally, they could be exploring options to add another quarterback to the mix, someone who could bring a different skill set or even push the current group for playing time. And that's where things get really interesting. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YOUTUB algorithm to keep recommending the latest Philadelphia Eagles news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. You see, one name that's been floating around in NFL circles and among Eagles fans is Bryce Perkins. Now, Perkins might not be a household name for many, but if you've been following the league and the USFL, you know that he's been making waves lately. This guy's story is pretty compelling. Coming out of the University of Virginia, Perkins was an undrafted free agent in 2020. But what sets him apart isn't just his college stats. It's his explosiveness, his mobility, and his strong arm, which allow him to make plays that most quarterbacks simply can't. He spent 3 seasons with the Los Angeles Rams, where he got a taste of NFL action, appearing in 5 games and earning a Super Bowl ring in 2021. That's quite a feat for a guy who wasn't drafted and had to fight his way onto a roster. After leaving the NFL, Perkins spent 2023 out of football, but he didn't stay on the sidelines for long. Late in 2024, he joined the Michigan Panthers in the USFL, where he truly began to shine. And here's the kicker, Perkins won the league's MVP award, Offensive Player of the Year, and was named to the All-USFL team. That's not just a fluke, it's a statement. The guy's been dominating at that level, and his style of play is a perfect fit for what the Eagles currently lack in their quarterback room, an athlete who can extend plays with his legs, break tackles, and make throws on the run. What makes Perkins interesting for Philadelphia is his skill set, which more closely resembles Jalen Hurts than the current backup options. He's a mobile quarterback, with a strong arm, capable of improvising and making big plays when the pocket collapses. His ability to break tackles and escape pressure is something that could really benefit the Eagles, especially considering Hurts' own mobility. Plus, Perkins has shown resilience, playing through injuries, and maintaining a high level of performance, even when facing adversity. His game-winning mentality and ability to perform under pressure could add a new dimension to the Eagles' offense if they decide to bring him in. And let's not forget the context here. The Eagles are coming off a season where expectations were sky-high, and many analysts and fans believed they had one of the most complete rosters in the league. Jalen Hurts is now established as one of the top dual-threat quarterbacks in the NFL, and with that, the team's offensive philosophy leans heavily on his ability to run and throw. But as good as Hurts is, the NFL is all about depth and competition. Having a player like Perkins, who is essentially a more dynamic, mobile version of Hurts, could serve as a perfect insurance policy or even a potential starter if Hurts were to face injury or decline. Now, some might wonder, is it really worth bringing in another quarterback at this stage? And honestly, the answer is yes. The NFL is a league where depth at the quarterback position can mean the difference between a deep playoff run and an early exit. The Eagles have a young, promising roster, but injuries are part of the game. Having someone like Perkins, who is proven at a professional level and has the physical tools to succeed, could be a game changer. Plus, with McKee still on a rookie deal, the team could leverage him as a developmental project, while Perkins provides a more experienced and dynamic option. Looking ahead, the Eagles could see value in bringing Perkins in for a workout, giving him a look in the offseason, and perhaps signing him if everything lines up. It's not just about adding depth. It's about adding a player with a unique skill set that could unlock new offensive schemes or provide a spark in critical moments. Think about the potential of a quarterback who can extend plays, make throws on the run, and keep defenses guessing. Perkins embodies that mold. And with the upcoming training camp, where injuries often start to pile up and roster spots become even more critical, having an extra mobile quarterback who understands the NFL game could be a real asset. Of course, the Eagles also have McKee, the young Stanford product who is still developing. But the reality is that McKee, while promising, is still raw and learning the nuances of the NFL game. Perkins, with his experience and recent success in the USFL, could serve as that veteran-like figure who challenges the current backup quarterbacks and pushes them to elevate their game. Sometimes, a fresh face with a different playing style is exactly what a team needs to keep everyone sharp and motivated. Now, let's talk about the bigger picture. The NFC East is shaping up to be fiercely competitive this year. The Cowboys and Giants are always in the mix, and Washington is looking to rebound after a tumultuous season. The Eagles, though, are in a prime position to assert dominance, especially if they continue to upgrade their roster and keep their key players healthy. The addition of a player like Perkins could be the kind of strategic move that pushes them over the edge, giving them that extra spark of unpredictability. It's all about maximizing their chances, and the quarterback position, especially in a league where a game can hinge on a single play, is pivotal. And let's not forget the rich history of the Eagles when it comes to developing quarterbacks. From Donovan McNabb to Michael Vick, and more recently, Jalen Hurts, Philadelphia has always been a place where dual-threat quarterbacks can thrive if given the right system and support. Perkins, with his dual-threat ability and leadership qualities, could very well fit into that mold. The Eagles organization has shown time and again that they're not afraid to take chances on players with high upside, especially if it means gaining a competitive edge. Looking at the bigger picture, this move, or potential move, also signals the team's commitment to maintaining a dynamic and versatile offense. The NFL has evolved into a league where the quarterback's mobility and improvisation are just as important as traditional pocket passing. Teams that can keep defenses guessing with a mobile quarterback who can make throws on the run and extend plays have a significant advantage. Perkins embodies those qualities, and bringing him into the fold could be a strategic masterstroke, especially if he can learn the playbook quickly and adapt to the Eagles' offensive philosophy. So as we analyze this situation, it's clear that the Eagles are always thinking ahead. They're constantly scouting, evaluating talent, and looking for that edge that could elevate them to the next level. Bringing in Perkins, especially as a guy who's proven himself in the USFL and has NFL experience, makes a lot of sense. It's not just about filling a roster spot. It's about adding a player who could potentially be a difference maker, a spark plug that ignites the offense in crucial moments. And with Jalen Hurts leading the charge, having a versatile backup or a competition to push him further can only make the team stronger. As we look to the upcoming season, expectations are sky high in Philadelphia. The fan base is hungry for another deep playoff run, and the team's management knows that every detail counts. From roster depth to strategic signings, they're leaving no stone unturned. The quarterback position is central to that effort, and Perkins could very well be the wild card that tips the scales in favor of a Super Bowl appearance. Whether he makes the roster or not, the fact that the Eagles are considering options like this shows how committed they are to building a championship-caliber team. And now, Philadelphia Eagles fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this potential addition? Do you see Bryce Perkins fitting into the Eagles' plans? Would he give the team that extra edge they need? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Philadelphia Eagles. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Philadelphia Eagles news. Remember, this team is always evolving, and every move they make is part of their journey toward another Super Bowl. Thanks for being with us today. Your passion keeps the spirit of the Eagles alive.